Good evening, ladies. In today's video, we have a very, very sexy topic. Like I've been saying in a few videos, I want to be investing in crypto applications. So decentralized apps, or better known as dApps. This was always the promise of crypto. And for the last 3 cycles, all we've got, like all the best investments have been infrastructure. So like an infrastructure play is something like Solana, Ethereum, Base, any of these layers, any of these infrastructure plays where stuff needs to be built on top of it, where applications can be built on top of. But there hasn't been that many breakout crypto applications yet. And I'm hoping that this is the cycle where some crypto applications finally break out, because if the only use case for crypto is meme coins and store of value Bitcoin, I'll be very, very disappointed. I think crypto has a lot to offer the world. So I'm really interested in finding some of these crypto apps early that have a lot of potential. And this one is, maybe somewhat controversial, but it kind of makes sense to be on crypto rails in the beginning. And it's a very, very low market cap, very high risk to reward, and a huge, huge amount of potential. And this is the OnlyFans of Solana, or it's known as Only1, and the ticker is like. So we're going to go through everything that you need to know in regards to this project. This is going to be a quick video, a good overview, and why I want to start investing into this project is, still like $20 million. When you look at the market cap of OnlyFans, the market cap of OnlyFans is by now probably like $50 billion. So like 2,000 times higher than the market cap of Only1. So Only1 is backed and is being invested in and being talked about by a few like killers, a few chads on crypto Twitter, including Chumbawamba, Ryan Watkins, Ansem, Kel XYZ, to name a few. Like these guys are all very, very smart and have all been killing the trade so far in this cycle, and they're all very bullish on this app. Like I said, it makes sense for an industry like this to adopt crypto before other industries. Like we saw that with the internet. We see that with every new technology, that the first adopters are kind of the less regulated or the more highly regulated industries. So drugs, sex, gambling, all of these things adopted Bitcoin first, like drugs over the Silk Road, or adopted the internet first, because it was harder to regulate the internet in the beginning, just like it's harder to regulate crypto rails in the beginning. And although it's not like illegal or anything, OnlyFans, there's still like it's highly regulated. There's a few instances. I'll give you an example. In 2020 or 2021, the banks stopped accepting money from OnlyFans. Like the OnlyFans was making billions or millions and millions, and the banks were like, you have to cut out the adult, like you're not allowed to sell adult content through OnlyFans anymore if you want to bank with us. So obviously the valuation of OnlyFans drops like 1,000,000% overnight. Now they did get that rectified eventually, but like even though what OnlyFans was doing wasn't illegal, the banks were like, no, we don't like it. Sorry, we're not going to let you bank with us anymore. Another example is Belle Delphine. She is some OnlyFans girl, and she was selling her bathwater online. I know it's kind of funny, but nothing illegal about selling bathwater. If you want to buy it, you should be allowed to buy it if you want. So she was selling it through PayPal. I think she had about 75k that she had earned for selling her bathwater, and PayPal just took it, and she still has never got it, because I don't know why, but because they don't like what she's selling, I guess. So there are obvious reasons to have it on a crypto rail instead of normal banking infrastructure rails. You can fully own your platform. The money, or say your subscription fee that you pay through the Solana network, goes straight from your wallet to the creator's wallet. So there's no middleman, although the Only1 platform takes a cut of your subscription fee. I think it's 20%. Okay, but what's the big deal is, like we saw this as 2000x upside. Do I really think there is, like, to get to OnlyFans valuation? Obviously, it's not going to get to OnlyFans valuation, but just so you're aware of how big of an industry this is, we can see these are the top most visited sites in the world. Number 6 and number 11 are you know what and you know what sites. And to add to that, the oldest career in the world, I think everyone knows what the oldest career in the world is. I probably shouldn't be saying it on YouTube, but I'm sure you can work out what the oldest career in the world that people have paid for since the dawn of time, essentially. It's probably even since we were still barely Homo sapiens. We were probably still paying for some people were paying for it with berries or something. So yeah, it's a big industry. Let's just leave it at that. So what makes what makes Only1 interesting? What makes it differentiated from OnlyFans? So the first thing is now they've set up gasless transactions. So they're basically covering the transaction fees on Solana. I.e. basically you pay with USDC and you can lodge it via a Solana network, or you can get USDC by paying with a credit card. So it's very, very normie friendly, but it's also crypto friendly. So either participant can use the platform easily. Same way on the back end if you're a creator as well. So gasless transactions, really nice, really simple for normies to use. So that's really, really important. We don't want this just to be for crypto people, although crypto people have a lot of money and probably a lot of them are quite simpy, if you know what I mean, and probably would sign up for stuff like this. However, it's open for anyone. It's open for business for anyone. It's not a super technical platform that you need to crypto experience to use, essentially. The other nice thing about Only1 is that you can either pay via subscription, like in the same way OnlyFans has it, or you can pay like kind of via an NFT, like a one-time pass, so like a lifetime pass. And the nice thing about this is you can sell that lifetime pass on if you want. So again, there's going to be a 20% platform fee for the original passes to be paid out. But say, for example, you want to buy one of these passes, look at all the content, chat to the person, whatever. It's probably not just PORN on there. You could do other things on there as well if you wanted. But you could buy one of these passes. If you don't like it, then you can just sell it on to the next person like an NFT. So it's nice to have that option as well. Obviously, there's no chargebacks when you're paying via the Solana network. There's revenue share, so you can actually pay a referral fee. So if someone refers someone to your OnlyFans or Only1 creator site, you can set it up so they get a referral fee, and non-custodial. It's just going instantaneous payments from their wallet to your wallet. And like I said, 20% cut, just like with OnlyFans is a 20% cut, is going to the platform, and the platform is actually burning some of those tokens. So 20% of the transaction fees are taken by the platform. Some of this might go to the referrer, so you can see from this image, Ansem was the referrer, and then 20% of that cut is burned. So there is emissions to the token, but there's also a buyback and burn mechanism with it, which is very bullish long term, in the fact that investors want something that creates revenue, and they want to invest in something that is burning tokens. So this is like essentially a way to invest in the earnings of a company without like receiving dividends or something like that. I much prefer this model than receiving tokens. I prefer the buyback and burn model because that just means you get capital appreciation rather than dividends, which are taxed at your income rate. You get capital growth, which is taxed at a capital gains rate, which is better for investors. And the other thing I forgot to mention is that you can just sign up with your wallet. You don't need to put in your, like if you're a crypto person, you don't need to put in your bank card. You don't need to put in your email address, which, you know, if you're getting emails or if you're getting bank transactions from OnlyFans, you know, maybe you don't necessarily want that. If you want to be a bit more private about it, you can just sign up with a wallet. So that's kind of nice as well. As you can see from the token inflation rate, we're through a good bit. Like the most aggressive inflation has already passed us. Like, there is still a good amount of inflation to come at, but I think we're at about 400 million tokens already. So there's only another 100 million. So already like 80% diluted or fully diluted. So there's only another 20% dilution to come. But when you factor in that there's actually a buyback and burn mechanism, you know, this kind of potentially outweighs it. Like, you don't need to be too worried about getting massively dumped on, essentially, from this point onwards. And to round it all up and to summarize, I kind of think consumer apps, like apps, have the most upside over infrastructure from this point onwards, in my opinion. Like, we have enough infrastructure plays. Like, there's already a billion layer 2s, there's already a billion layer 1s. Do we really need another one? And we can already see like some of the valuations that these are coming out at are already in the hundreds of millions, and all of these VC coins have been down only since they did their token generation event. Whereas with crypto apps, like, this is only a fully diluted valuation in the tens of millions, in the low tens of millions. So the upside there is enormous. And because it's on Solana, instant payments, I'm very bullish on Solana. I'm very bullish on Solana apps for this cycle. It makes the most sense. Like, teams that are building on Solana are obviously smart to recognize that this is the optimal place to be building on, in my opinion. It's a very, very ambitious team. Like, they're going for the big time here, and they already have tens of thousands of monthly active users on the platform. Now, it's still very, very early. It's not a huge platform. It's nowhere near the size of OnlyFans or other platforms yet. However, you know, the growth is very, very fast, and they have big influencers talking about it and promoting it, just like Ansem. And he's obviously going to bring a lot of people onto that platform. And I think the biggest thing that they're trying to get at the moment is actually more content creators. So that's probably a fun job for them to be able to try and find these kind of people. So yeah, that's kind of wraps up my investment thesis on Like, and that's why I'm investing a small amount into this. I do think it has a lot of potential upside. So thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one. Cheers.